Hey y'all, how you perking? I hope you're perking good. So, it's that time again, top of the month here, for us to do the September 2023 monthly predictions video. We have made it to September. I don't know how the hell that happened, but we're here, so we're going to dive right on in. If you happen to be new here, I am a licensed mental health clinician as well as a spiritual intuitive, and in these videos, we take a look at the tea with the tarot. Don't let that scare you away. We've got a good track record here. So, I'm going to go ahead and jump right on into it and pull the cards up over here and move this microphone right here. Old Penelope and her pink eyeballs today to match my lipstick. Yes, Penelope matching my lipstick. Hey, it's what I got, all right? It's what I got. Let me have my little things. Let me have them. So, September. First of all these monthly predictions have been wild, and we've had a lot of things coming true here on the channel in these monthly prediction videos and in other videos as well. Just in case it matters with what comes up here, it shouldn't, but just in case it does, at the point of filming this, it is 1:49 p.m. Not that you can see that. On August 30th, can you tell? Wednesday, August 30th, 1:49 p.m. I'm trying to get it to focus. I got notifications. I'll check those after this. So in case something comes up in this reading to look like it's for September, but it actually happens here in this tail end of August, whether on the 30th or 31st, then sorry, the cards are just jumping the gun and getting into it because I'm filming this a bit before September 1st. So if that happens, it won't be the first time. It probably won't be the last. But I'm going to get shuffled up here. And as always, this is open internationally for things to come across. Since we have international viewership here on the channel, then this is open internationally as well. But let's go ahead and dive in. We're always taking a look at politics, economy, health and wellness, anything else we need to know. And lately, some of the stuff that we've been needing to know, I'm air quoting over here, apparently has been stuff about weather, natural disasters, things like that. And yeah, those indeed have been happening here lately. As I'm filming this right now, where I am in South Carolina, we are under a hurricane warning. So that's one reason why I was like, let me go ahead and film this right now before the hurricane's supposed to allegedly hit us here, because if it knocks my power out, I need to go ahead and have this video filmed, get this going. I don't know when it'll get up to YouTube, but I am filming it right now. So let's dive on in here, starting with politics on what do we need to know, what can we know, what are we allowed to know about politics in September 2023. Let's see here. Okay. Very interesting way to start this. Oh, as I'm shuffling, it looks like there's this one that kind of was falling out here. Okay, so this is a very interesting start. Usually in politics, and I won't hold my breath, it might still come up this way, but usually in our political section, we end up seeing a lot of crazy shit happening, a lot of contentious shit happening. But here so far, just starting out, it's actually talking about something that is supposed to be considered a success of sorts. Oh, okay. I see the Judgment card upright, Queen of Wands upright, Two of Swords upright. This is kind of saying that there is some female figure, politically speaking, a female figure here who is in the process of making some sort of a decision. That decision is being made with sound judgment in the spirit guide's perspective. Sound judgment. This will affect the month of September 2023. That's what we're filming here for. And this is going to be somewhat of a big deal in whatever region that this is happening in. This is something where this woman has felt, I guess you could say, some sort of an internal calling, some kind of, like, when you're feeling compelled to do something, you're feeling led to do something, you feel like, I have to be the one to step up and do XYZ. She seems to be the person getting that kind of feeling, and this is showing her to be successful in that. Whatever this is, she's going to be successful in that. So this person is going to be a bit of a force to be reckoned with, and the only way that this could be contributing to something that ends up part of chaos and contentious crap is because of this decision point here. It looks here like she's gonna be between a rock and a hard place with something, and she's gonna have to decide. Inevitably, when you are in a position like that, when someone is in a position like that, if you decide one way, you're gonna piss off the people that wanted you to decide the other way. So there's a chance that things could get rocky for her in that, and those people being upset about the path that she chooses. But outside of that, I'm seeing all roads open for her. All roads open for her. In terms of this decision, just to get a little bit of context here, in terms of this decision, this decision has something to do with her commitments. Ooh. So this is a woman who, she has a strong internal standing, like she would be the type of person to push back on something based on principles, or based on her integrity, or based on her value system, or her morality, or things like that. And that is what she feels like she's having to decide on. And if it ever comes down to decide with, conformity, or what would be an easier decision versus that, she's going to take the harder road because it's the truer, more authentic road to her. So this is a very interesting kind of a thing coming out here that we're seeing in politics. So let's keep our eyes open for this woman, because whatever she's doing, she's about to kind of start something. It looks like she's about to start blazing a trail that kind of gets maybe more important or more broad than she thinks. So this is very interesting. This is one to watch. The whole, look at the rising stars and see what's kind of coming through. There's always the one to watch. She's kind of the one to watch in this aspect. So this is a very interesting way to start. Before I get much further into this, I have neglected to say that this is all alleged and just my interpretation. Everything in this video is all alleged, just my interpretation, okay? Again, like I said, got a good track record here, but I gotta put the disclaimers on things to keep it safe and keep it moving, okay? We want to keep it safe and keep it moving, don't we? Yes, we do. So I'm gonna keep pulling on this because I want to see, pulling on politics, because I want to see what else. I have a feeling like there's no way y'all are gonna kind of come up with something that is, kind of cool sounding, kind of positive sounding like this, and that you're not gonna want to go anywhere else with that. I'm feeling a little sus, okay? I'm just like, but hey, I'll take it if it shows nothing but good things in politics for September. I will take it. So let's see. September 2023, what else about politics can we know? What else about politics are we allowed to know? Give us some insights here, please. Okay. Alrighty. Okay. Obviously, this lineup is about this dude in reverse. So that Queen of Wands upright got her own day in the sun, and now we're shifting the focus over to this Emperor card in reverse. I will say, doesn't have to be this person, but I will say in the past, when we've gotten Emperor in the reverse and we're talking about politics, it has sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes represented former President Trump. So there's a chance this card could be representing Trump. It may not. It might be representing somebody else. So what are the cards saying around this person so that we can have some added context on to whether or not it could be representing him or another person? What I'm seeing here is there's this sense of I'm waiting for my ships to come in, and I've waited for a very long time. I feel like I'm in a weakened position here, but I feel like there's still some new steps that can be taken. I'm willing to shoulder that extra heavy load because I think I can make headway here. So whoever this guy is that it's talking about, again, could be Trump, could be someone else. Whoever this guy it's talking about, they've been waiting for a very long time, in their opinion, what feels like a very long time to them, for something to come through. They're like, I'm just waiting for this certain thing to happen that if that one thing comes through, then I will be able to pursue some new avenues, and even if it would take extra work, it will get me where I want to go. So that's interesting that this person seems pretty confident about that being a thing. So let's get some added context on that one too, why don't we? Context on, let's see, on these new paths, these new beginnings, these new opportunities, new openings. What might that look like? Okay, another new beginning card, something that means being able to charge ahead, something that they're wanting to go through, that they like, that they're wanting. Okay, we're not being given specifics here. I'll keep trying a little bit, but I say all the time on this channel, y'all know if y'all have watched me, that I say what I see, but I can't squeeze something out of the cards that isn't wanting to come out of the cards. That's why I asked for what we're allowed to know. So we're talking general here as we go through this, and this. But I'll see if I can get some more specifics. If I keep pressing and they don't give it to me, then this is all we're permitted to know at this time for whatever reason. I don't make the rules here. So, okay. Anything else that we can know on what this new thing is? And again, new passion, new purpose, new path forward, something that would make them happy. If we can get any insight on what that is, it has to do with somebody else taking some kind of a fall. Somebody else losing out some kind of a way because of some... Ooh. Okay. Someone else taking a fall because whoever that person is, they were the hand that feeds. And when you are the person that feeds, then if one of these people is, say one of these people is out on the streets and begging, because these, on this card, these people are on the street beggars is kind of what they're showing on the card. And if they were to get in trouble out on the streets, you're the one, this person up here is the one that's held accountable because these are your guys kind of thing. So there's some kind of like other people going down, having some kind of face the fire moment because they would be responsible for something. They're kind of top of the food chain for something. Ooh, and then an internal tower moment for that person. Whoever that person is, the person that's the hand that feeds, they would be having their internal tower moment. Y'all know what the tower moment means, the crumbling down, having to rebuild things up. It's like, fuck, this is the last thing that I wanted to come out. I've been trying to stifle that. I've been trying to keep it at bay. I don't need this getting in my way. And then now cat's out of the bag or whatever, and it's all up in my way, and I need more abilities to suppress, to cover up, to distract, to do whatever, because no, I can't have this happen. Oh my Lord, we gotta drama going in the middle of this thing. Yeah, and then there's some people that are kind of gonna try to help and work on that for them, but it's to some degree they've already shot themselves in the foot. They put themselves in a position that made them vulnerable to whatever this is that they end up getting held accountable for. Like, you put yourself in a position that what more can we do or say for you? You know, we're trying to kind of cover things up or make things look okay for you, but at some point, you know, you make your bed and you lie in it. Like, what all are we supposed to do? You know, you got to have your reflection moment. You got to have your heartbreak moment. Wow. And all of this has a potential to get exposed / start leaking out / the rumor mill starting, whatever kind of way. September 2023, this is going to be a part of all that political mess. Wow. Okay then. I don't even know what else to say. Like, that's pretty intense. And I've already pulled a shit ton of cards on this. I mean, like, I don't want to beat a dead horse necessarily, but, you know, oof. So, I guess stay focused. As we're seeing how the month plays out. I don't know if this is going to be a big, loud moment. It's quite possible that it could be in September, but since there's so much effort here in trying to suppress or distract, there might be some kind of way that this is looking like it's trying to get swept under the rug a bit. And us as viewers need to have the discernment to know, hey, we saw this rolling down the pipeline. We saw this was coming here in the cards. And so if anybody tries to stifle it, we'll know that that's disingenuous and that it's trying to be stifled in bad faith here. And, you know, we'll have to take that into consideration. So, shoo, Lord, we've already got kind of a big can of worms churning here. I'm sure that there's more beyond that. I'm going to look into the economy section next, and economy and politics can be very tied together. So it'll be interesting to see if any kind of further political themes start coming up in the next section. We're fixing to find out here. So as I get shuffled to pull the next set on the economy, of course, as always, after we finish with this video, there's always a second video for every month, and that's an extended monthly video where Perk Squad members get to have, you know, maybe 15 extra minutes or so, 10-15 of diving into what else can we know that we didn't fit into this main reading. So I'm still doing this main reading, but after this there will be that second video. For anybody who's interested in that, just click the blue join button below, or the link in the description box to be a member of the Perk Squad. And there are a lot of perks to the Perk Squad. Perks like the extended videos, your own posts, our weekly forecasts for people wanting to know what the forecast of every single week is. You get your own Penelope by your name. You get all these cute little emojis, and you also get video shout outs. So shout outs like this one. Shout out to you. Hey Fafa. Hello, and thank you for being a member of the Perk Squad. Happy to have you here. Hey Fafa. So welcome, and thank you for being a member of the Perk Squad. So, economy. Lord help us. What can we know about the economy? September 2023. Let's see now. Let's see. Okay, so far, not the worst here. Not the worst. People freak out about the economy all the time, and it's completely understandable why they would or where that would come from. But from what I'm looking at here, it looks like there's still some, pretty viable, good-looking things happening in the economy. I see some strengths here where people who invest in the economy some kind of a way are still going to be doing well, where people who want to be like, fuck it, I'll take that leap, can still be doing well. There is a bit of a reverse chariot energy here with this world card upright, and this is kind of saying that there are some things that people need to just think, okay, is it done? Wrap it up. So there might be, for example, and again, I am not your financial advisor. I am a financial idiot. Okay. So as a girl reading cards, you go to your own financial advisor for any specificity on this. But what this is saying is that there are some things that people might invest in that it's kind of like that had its day, that had its time. You're really trying to hope, wish, and believe that it's going to be something in the future. But I'm telling you now, just go ahead and shut it down. Just go ahead and shut it down. Don't try to squeeze blood out of a turnip. It ain't going to happen. Just let it go and let live, kind of thing. And so just know that there are certain things that have exceeded their life expectancy, and don't try to play with it, is kind of where that's going. Further into economy, it looks like that there are some people who are going to be able to get out of things that they thought they were kind of stuck in. So say that there were places where they're like, I can't sell this because my hands are tied, or I can't, whether it's selling some kind of stocks, I can't do it because my hands are tied, or whether it's like, oh, I can't sell my house because my hands are tied, or I can't sell, whatever because my hands are tied. This is kind of showing like, hey, maybe your hands are not completely tied. Take another look at it in September 2023, because if you don't find your creative workaround now, there's a potential that later it's even more constrained to try to find a creative workaround. So maybe just stop looking at the lens, stop looking through the lens of I can't, I'm stuck, and start looking through the lens of how can I, in what way could I, that type of thing when we're pushing through. So we've got that energy here. Let me pull some more on this, see what else we can see for economy, September 2023. What else can we know here? Alrighty. Kind of an interesting first row, and then we get an even more interesting second row. Well, shit, bow hell. I say what I see. How they were just saying down here before I started pulling other cards about the whole, instead of looking through things over the mind frame of I can't, and start asking how can I, or how could I, or if this was to be what I needed it to be, what would that look like? All those kind of more open-ended, more positive and futuristic type questions, like, yeah, we might really want to do that, because as we get further into September, things look a little less optimistic. As we go further into September, I see some families feeling like, hey, this is really taking a toll. People feeling like they are trying to figure out new ways to make ends meet, or to pinch a nickel to the buffalo shits, or, anything like that. We've got people that feel like they're running out of ideas of what to do, and a lot of people feeling like, I give up. I'm overwhelmed. I was waiting for something to come in. So there's some kind of a sense of, whatever that pressured energy that feels like it's heavy and burdensome and on our shoulders, that we're trying to carry the weight of the economy through that. I see that as September gets even further and closer to the end, that those constraints, those weights feel even heavier. So I am not sure what's happening around the economy to cause that. I'm not sure if this is some kind of a thing like, how with the United States, there's certain stuff going on in our economy that could cause this feeling to happen, or if there's something globally going on between countries and what they're choosing to do with collaboration, trade, etc., that's closing in on this and affects this. It could be more than just one thing that causes this to happen. It could be one of those, it's a perfect storm to create this. Hopefully it's not an actual storm, Lord. But I just see some feeling of like, resources are tight. The economy is tight. Like we're holding on by a little thread. It kind of, the visual that they're giving me, and I hate that they give me weird visuals, but whatever. The visual that they're giving me is, when you got your 6, 7, 8-year-old and they're like, look, mommy, look at my loose tooth. And you look and you're like, kid, that ain't no loose tooth. You got one root dangling and it's holding on from there. All you'd have to do is flick it and it would fly out of your mouth 10 feet. And they're like, no, don't touch it. And you're like, come on, kid. It won't even hurt at this point. You could drink juice and swallow that damn tooth. That kind of thing. There's a feeling like that at the end of September here. It makes me a little bit nervous. I don't think we're meant to be full on afraid about this. But a healthy amount of nervous, yes, in the sense that being a healthy amount of nervous can sometimes help us to be more cautious about our approaches to things, more responsible about our approaches to things. We're less likely to spend money, and stuff like that. So, that's kind of where it's getting at here. Just so we know, this is just our FYI. Okay, let me pull this up and look at our other category here. And as I'm pulling this up and getting shuffled for our next category, as always, you can book a private reading at BeasTalksAndTarot.com. If you'd like to book a private reading, then BeasTalksAndTarot.com. There's multiple options for private readings, starting as low as $29 for people who ask. I see that question in the comments a lot, like, how much does it cost? It's all on the website for people who are curious, but it starts as low as $29 and works up from there depending on how much time in a session that you would like to have. Some people want a 15-minute quickie little session, and some people are like, I want to spend 45 minutes and I want to drill through some stuff. And it's like, okay, we can do that, So it's based on the person of what they want and what they feel like they are available to do, what their needs are, how many questions they have, what all, just you get to pick. You get to pick. You have a menu of options there. Also, if people would like to have a energy clearing and cleansing, an energy tune-up to kind of just clear off any of the gunk that might be here, clear up any blocked chakras, see if there's anything going on energetically that we can pick up on here and help you with, and that's available. There's also life coaching for people who feel like they're stuck and need some kind of help moving forward. And also tarot tutoring for anybody that wants to be able to read the cards the way I read the cards. So all that is BeasTalksAndTarot.com. And yeah, take a look, check it out. Doesn't matter which country you're in. I got a time zone calculator there so that we don't have to math, because you don't want me mathing. No, you don't. Alrighty, so next category here, taking a look at health, wellness, anything else we need to know around that. So health, wellness, and anything else we need to know around that. Uh-oh. I literally was like, when I saw certain cards there, and then immediately I felt like I had to cough and clear my throat. So that is actually very interesting. I still feel like I need to cough and clear my throat. My throat has literally been fine all day. all day. And suddenly I'm like, ah, you know, and I didn't swallow any spit or breathe in any spit or anything like that. It's literally what I see down here in the cards. Oof. Okay. So, health and wellness. Not gonna lie, between what I see here and the whole cough thing that just happened, there's some weird foreboding foreshadowing here that I'm not super keen on. And I'm not even entirely sure what this is about here. But they're showing this kind of lack of bounce back, lack of resilience, some sort of kind of decree or order being issued out, and this feeling like a mixed bag for people. Some people, again, it's this card right now, y'all. It's that card. Goodness heavens, this doesn't happen very often. So with the Knight of Cups in reverse, you know, upright, it's like, the Knight in Shining Armor saving me. This is exactly what I wanted to come through. When this, it's like, this isn't saving me. You're doing the opposite of saving me. You're making things worse. This is not what I wanted. What the fuck is this? And then let's hurry it up. And then the Two of Wands being in reverse as well. I'm not going to lie. Especially with the whole, this isn't saving me, this is the opposite of what I wanted. What this reminds me of is like whenever the weather starts to change, like as we're getting into September, the weather here in South Carolina is likely to not change much. It's still going to be swamp ass through the entire month here. But maybe in some of you northern states and some of you northern countries, Canada, probably over there in the UK, you might have some cold stuff coming through in September. I'm not entirely sure, but it's certainly not considered summer anymore over up there for y'all as far as I'm aware. And so a lot of times when the weather starts changing in that way, we end up getting into like, oh, it's flu seasons, it's COVID season, it's, you know, whatever sickness that, you know, Johnny and Jamal bring home from school because school is a petri dish for children kind of thing. That it's, you know, that time of year where people start focusing on those things. And there's something here again, you're not saving me. This is not what I wanted. And it feels like there's some kind of an extra precautions based on this. And with the lack of bounce back, lack of resiliency, there is some kind of a literal thing around that. It's not just pulled out of their ass. So there's kind of a feeling like we are coming up a time where there will be an increase in literally not having the bounce back and resiliency. So literally unhealth, dishealth, non-health, whatever you want to call it. I don't want to necessarily call it sickness and illness, but hey, you know, if the shoe fits, that there is going to be kind of an uptick in that, but an uptick such that the level of rules around it, that's where things feel iffy, especially with that and it making me cough, throat chakra issues with that card. So this is what it feels like. It feels like, let's say we're currently at a level 2 of level of kind of sickness and illness and our ability to deal with it. And let's say we are going from level 2, you know, starting in September, up towards level 5 or something of sickness and illness and ability to deal with it. So yeah, there's an uptick there. But that the rules and announcements and such around how to handle that jumps from the 2 to a 7. And so it's like, hold on, the illness went from 2 to 5. So act accordingly. The stuff around this, the guidelines around this, the rules around this should also go from 2 to 5. And it's like, we blew past that and went to 7 kind of thing. So there's some kind of something here that feels, I don't like how it feels because of this card. and how that choked me out here. Because if that's going to make people feel choked out, so to speak, then I'm not a fan of that. And apparently the cards aren't either. So this feels like it could be touchy as well. So we, gonna let that soak, take that for what you will. But I see sometime in September, these conversations coming up in a way that will be clear to a lot of people. And plus, they did have me use the example a while ago about the kids coming home from school and school being the petri dish for germs and disease. So this might be conversations that are sparked a lot because of what happens at school with kids. Or it might be a conversation that a lot of parents hear about before other people. So I don't know. Keep your eyes and ears open with this. There's something here that doesn't feel quite good, both from the health aspect, but also about our response and reaction to the health stuff. I don't know. I'm getting all kinds of weird throat stuff. Like I felt like I was going to burp there for a second too. And so it's just, I don't know. There's some weird throat things coming up over this, and I'm just putting that out there. Just putting that out there for what it is. So, this is kind of intense. This whole reading has jumped up and down. We've had some high moments at the beginning, then it kind of went down the roller coaster, then it went back up again, and then it went back down again. And so we're just kind of, this is a roller coaster month for September, which, we've had worse in terms of some of the readings we've seen. Some of the readings we've seen have been darker, more heavy, more intense. I like that the roller coaster has some peaks before it goes down into certain valleys. So, we don't want to throw the baby out with the bathwater on this one. Okay. There's some perks here, but we got all kinds of shit going on. Since we have all kinds of shit going on as usual, I'm going to do the extended video for the Perk Squad. You can join the Perk Squad if you would like to see the extended video. For anybody that's like, no, I'll leave it at this video, stay tuned for the B-roll at the end. I always like to do B-rolls to keep the ending feeling upbeat, positive, funny, something like that. So stay tuned for the B-roll. And Perk Squad coming at you with your extended video. And for all the percolators here, don't be a stranger. Come back and see me, and I will talk at you later. Bye, love you, minute. Bye, love